It's Friday, June 9th. You're listening to Your Florida Daily. I'm Katrina Scales. A federal grand jury has indicted former President Trump on charges of mishandling classified documents at his Mar-a-Lago estate. He's expected in a Florida courtroom on Tuesday. Trump made the announcement on his social media platform last night.
It's a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax. Just like Russia, just like the fake dossier was a hoax.
Three sources familiar with the case tell CBS News the 7-count indictment involves the retention of national defense information, conspiracy, and obstruction. Trump has already been indicted for financial fraud in New York and is involved in separate grand jury investigations in Washington, Atlanta, and now Miami. Citizens Property Insurance is asking state regulators to approve a double-digit increase for policyholders. Company officials appeared before the State Office of Insurance Regulation in Tallahassee yesterday. The state-backed carrier is pushing for what amounts to a 14% increase. They say it's needed after an increased assessment risk and dip in reserves due to 2 hurricanes last year. Regulators are now reviewing the information presented in the hearing, and if approved, the rate hike would take effect on November 1st for new and renewed policies. And the leader of an anti-Semitic group in Florida is threatening to sue the sheriff of Volusia County, claiming he put the group at risk. Sheriff Mike Chitwood hosted a press conference back in February, calling them a white supremacist neo-Nazi hate group that had been distributing propaganda in Central Florida neighborhoods and parking lots. Now, the leader of the group is accusing Chitwood of intimidation, something the sheriff says is dumb.
And they're demanding $100,000.
The sheriff reacted to the lawsuit on social media.
So here's the way I look at it. Like you and your organization, you're a bunch of pieces of shit. So here's what I think of your lawsuit. The master race. This is the best you got. Videos, leaflets, flyers, bogus lawsuits, bogus complaints. What a bunch of assholes.
Chitwood is also selling merchandise, showing the sheriff flushing people with a swastika and the group's logo into a toilet with the words, "Scumbag Eradication Team." Find these top stories along with breaking news, weather, and traffic all day on clickorlando.com. And now, a completely random Florida fact. Some of Florida's oldest black cemeteries are in St. Augustine. The Pinehurst and San Sebastian cemeteries are home to headstones dating back to the 1840s. Many buried here were born into slavery, but other, later graves are those of World War I veterans and railroad workers, who were not allowed to be buried in the same ground as their white counterparts. Since the property's owner died in the 60s, the graveyards have fallen into complete disrepair with the occasional community cleanup. Your Florida Daily is produced by News 6 WKMG in Orlando. I'm Katrina Scales. Subscribe for new episodes wherever you like to listen.